Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPaWrites here again, and already we have people saying that Marvel Rivals is dying, and I find that absolutely silly. As a longtime veteran of a lot of these live service games that naturally go through ups and downs, I can tell you the game is not dying. People are just waiting for the next big update. And I hate this narrative that goes around, and it happens with basically every game. Even the most successful live service ongoing games like Fortnite have had people at various times saying this game is dead, it's dying, whatever the case may be, and it's just really nonsense. I wouldn't worry about it. If you're worried about your favorite game dying over the course of time, one, be aware that all games go through ups and downs. It's just a natural progression when you have so many different games available these days to play. You also have lots of people who will come back when things are fresh and exciting, when there's new content, when there's a new event, when there's a new season, new characters, all of that kind of good stuff. And then they might take a break and play other games while there is nothing new to check out. And that's perfectly natural. Not everyone needs to grind the same game over and over and over again in order to enjoy themselves. And for the most part, I think players should be looking to play as many different games as they can be comfortable with and actually enjoy at a given time, because I do feel like some of the resentment towards PvP games specifically often comes from just grinding games to the point to where you're no longer enjoying them. You're just doing it out of obligation, and then it becomes less of a fun activity, less of something, a hobby that you are having fun with and enjoying, and more of a grinding job type of situation. And I think that's where a lot of people will get sick of a game, and they'll see that some of their friends are playing less, and now they'll assume that game is dying, there's no chance it can ever recover, etc., etc. Now, I'm not saying Marvel Rivals is doing things perfectly, but I do think they are pretty good so far in releasing ongoing new skins. They've got events sporadically sprinkled in to every season. They have 4 characters coming this season. They have 2 additional characters coming next season as well, which is more than basically any other hero shooter type of game. And so because of that, they are putting out enough content that should be able to keep people happy over the long haul. Now, the unfortunate reality of that is also that if you have players that are jumping in for 8 hours a day and treating it like a full-time job, those players are never going to be satisfied with the pace of content. They could release 4 new characters every single season, have a new event all the time, and it would not matter. Those players would still be unhappy with something in the grand scheme of things. So if you are somebody who makes content for Marvel Rivals, it's okay to try to branch out and play other games, make content on other games, or find something unique that excites your audience or brings you joy to make you content for. And I think the same thing goes with players who are just enjoying the time that they're able to play. Just to have fun with the game as much as you possibly can, and stop trying to worry about the long-term success, how good the game is going to be overall. Enjoy it for what it is right now. And I think right now it is very good. So much so that we have Overwatch releasing a bunch of new content that is much different from what we've seen Blizzard do in the past. And it's finally to the point where Overwatch has a legitimate rival, RIP to Paladins, which never quite hit those same heights and challenged Overwatch at the top of the hero shooter genre. And again, that's pretty exciting. If you're a fan of Overwatch, then this is the perfect time, because now you're going to get more content for that game, and when that game struggles a little bit or has a bit of a downtime, you can always just swap to Marvel Rivals and kind of have the best of both worlds. If you only enjoy one of them, that's also fine. Spend your time playing the games that you have fun with and stop worrying about what the long-term future holds, like I mentioned. I think it's something that I see pop up with all kinds of games. I am a day one Destiny player. That game has been quote unquote dead since the first month after it launched, pretty much, and it's gone through so many highs and lows that it is hilarious. And I'm a veteran of these wars. I've been in this situation too many times to count, and at the end of the day, if they continue to release good content that people enjoy, the game will stick around. It will be successful. It might not ever hit the heights that we've seen in the past, although sometimes updates with a new character that is beloved could surpass what we've seen before as well, because of the popularity, because of the potential for tie-ins with movies and Marvel shows. So I think this game is going to be rather successful long term, and there's really nothing to worry about with regards to it dying off anytime soon. There's no shot that is the case. I loaded into some matches today. I already saw people with the brand new Mr. Fantastic and Invisible Woman skins, and knowing that people are buying those basically as soon as they drop just shows how successful this game is likely to be over the long haul. I think the Marvel IP is definitely doing a lot of the heavy lifting, but it goes along the fact that it has really fun, engaging gameplay, and I think it's one of those games that is going to stand the test of time, at least for the next few years. Again, who knows what the future holds? You never can see when the downfall of a game is coming. You look at something like Apex Legends, which I played a ton of as well, and that one was in a good spot until it wasn't, and I think the slow decline was largely because the game gets stale over the course of the several seasons that it's out. I think they're in the 20s for how many seasons have been out, something like that, and as you kind of sit back and look at it, there's only so much they can do to keep people happy and engaged without completely overhauling the game. And then you have the players who are the diehards complaining because that means the game doesn't feel like it once did. It doesn't retain the same core energy that people were excited about in the first place. But I'm going to be honest, the game is never going to feel like it did at launch. Marvel Rivals, Fortnite, all of these games, when they first come out, there's new, exciting gameplay. There is reason to be excited. People don't know all of the different characters, all of the different abilities. They don't know all of the different maps. And so it feels like everyone is learning and growing in the game together. And that is a feeling that just can't be replicated. So stop chasing it. Stop hoping that the game that you've been playing for months and years is going to feel the same as it did at launch. Even if the game technically is better than it once was, the feeling is just something that is unquantifiable and can lead to you being a little bit frustrated. So just understand all of that. This was a bit of a ranty video, but I've seen this a lot on Twitter and some YouTube videos already, and it was kind of irking me, so I wanted to give my own response. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like the video as always, comment, subscribe. Have a good one. I'll catch you all later.